Hello, welcome to the weather update for tonight. It's 10 o'clock, last day of September the 30th. A lot of clouds around, some blue sky in between, but this is pretty much what things look like today. The clouds kind of were still around as the sun set, but we should have clearer skies tomorrow. Looking at the satellite right now, you can see the clearer skies to the north and some of the clouds moving away. Looking at the satellite today, you could see all those stratocumulus and cumulus clouds that had developed just because there was a little instability in the air, a little trough came through, and that caused these clouds to pop up across our area. Currently, conditions are cool, mid-50s for temperatures, very light winds tonight, and as the clouds clear, I think there'll be some good radiational cooling tonight as well. You can see dew points are in the 40s. We got 57 at Islip, but West Hampton already down to 49. Obviously, the city holding on to the heat a little more, 61 in Central Park. And we're seeing that some of that radiation. Well, not as much in New Jersey, 59. Maybe they're having a little more cloud cover over there. Let's take a look at what our high temperatures and low temperatures were for the day. We'll start off with the low temperatures across there. And you can see West Hampton got down to 48 this morning, 56 in Carl Place, 55 at Islip. And looking at New Jersey, they actually beat us 46 with a low. I think West Hampton was 48, so 46 in the Pine Barrens, west of Toms River there. Actually beat us in New Jersey. I think they did. Let's go to the high temperatures. I think we were 48. So let's go to the high temperatures for the day. You see, we were only in the 60s, not even 70 degrees. 66 at Islip, pretty much mid-60s for highs today with all those clouds around. Not much sun. Let's see if it was any warmer over in Toms River. Yeah, closer to 70 there, but a fairly cool day across the area. And tomorrow will be a little bit warmer. But before we get to tomorrow's weather, let's talk about Hurricane Sam. Let's get the latest on that. Hurricane Sam is weakened a little bit, so let's see. Powerful a little bit, very slightly. Powerful Hurricane Sam now moving northwest. Dangerous surf expected for a large portion of the western Atlantic shoreline. As of 8 p.m., its location is 24.3 north, 61.0 west, about 600 miles southeast of Bermuda. It didn't weaken at all. It strengthened. As of this advisory, maximum sustained winds are back up to 145 miles an hour, moving north-northwest at 14 miles an hour. Minimum central pressure 938 millibars, 27.70 inches. Sam is a Category 4 hurricane still. Hurricane force winds extend outward up to 60 miles from the center, and tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 150 miles from the center. So the storm has gotten larger. It has definitely grown, and it is still an impressive storm. I will say that. So looking at the latest cone that we have for Sam, you will see it's going to stay a major hurricane right through the weekend as it goes east of Bermuda. And it stays out pretty much in the ocean, but it's going to stay a hurricane over all that warm water. It's definitely going to stay a hurricane. Now we go to the other storm. Well, let's take a look at Sam on the satellite. We'll go to the floater here, looking at Sam. And there is Sam on the satellite. Big eye. It's got a big eye now. So you can see, the storm has definitely grown in size. And that's going to make it move around more ocean, which is why there's going to be more marine impacts to the beaches even here. Even though the storm is not even going to come anywhere near here. Let's look at Hurricane Sam on the Tidbit satellite. And again, look at that big eye. That is a big eye that it has. For sure, that is a big eye. Wish they'd have like a mileage chart out here, but that looks like a pretty large eye. I would say about at least maybe 40 miles across. We'd have to go back to the MODIS satellite to look at that. I'll have to get the MODIS back up here. Let's go to the MODIS. Let's see, because this way we can get to Victor. Here's Victor, by the way, looking pretty healthy. So let's take a look at this. Put that eye right next to the ruler. Actually, there's a ruler feature right here, so let's, can we not use kilometers, please? Miles. Thank you. So, let's see. Use this ruler feature. Get a good image of Sam here. Let's measure this. Yeah, I don't know how you use this. I got the ruler feature up. Let's see. So it's about 30 very hard to use this thing. Let's just do it this way. This is just too confusing. Let's get this ruler feature off. Now it's screwing everything up. Oh my gosh. Let me close this. I have to refresh this. Sorry. Just put it over here. I'll look in the corner here. I'll move it over. Let's see what we got here. So right over here. That's about maybe a 30-mile wide eye. That's a big eye. Not as big as the other storm we had. What's his name? I forgot his name already. But still an impressive storm. I wish they'd have the mileage on here. Like have a chart, like a little legend here. But it's a big storm. It's interesting how it's transformed into such a large storm from being such a compact storm. Now it has changed and has become much larger. And that is quite interesting. It's that impressive. But it's not the only storm we have to look at. We have Tropical Storm Victor, too, as well. And let's take a look at the public advisory for Victor. Victor holding steady in strength over the tropical East Atlantic. Its location is 9.9 north, 30.30 west, about 585 miles southwest at the Cabo Verde Islands. Max sustained winds at 45 miles an hour. Moving west-northwest at 14 miles an hour. Minimum sunshine pressure 1,003 millibars, 29.62 inches. And as far as the size of the storm goes, the extent is outward up to 105 miles on the tropical storm force winds. Now we go and look at Victor. We'll go to Victor on here. So you can still see signs that it's trying to intensify and might become a hurricane. That's the Tidbit satellite. Let's look at this one. Oh, yeah. This thing's definitely... I think it's good. I think this has a shot at becoming a hurricane. I really do. It's certainly trying. That's for sure. So now let's go back to the models. And, nothing's really changed as far as... we'll look at the models here for Victor. Pretty much both these storms stay out to sea, fortunately. No impacts to land. And same thing for Sam, as we know. So let's go look at the models here, and we'll take a look, and we'll see how our weather is going to be doing for the next through the weekend here, because it is, after all, we're going to be beginning a new month shortly, about 2 hours or so, and it's going to be staying dry, so there's not going to be any precipitation to deal with. We'll stick with the GFS for the most part here, which will show you that we're going to be in a nice cool air mass here. Well, let's go back to this for a minute. So you see this high building down here, and that's going to stay with us tomorrow, Saturday, and even Sunday. And that rain does not really start affecting our area until maybe we get toward Monday. And we're also going to be staying with the dry air. Here we are with low dew points through tomorrow. Dew points in the upper 30s, 40s. They rise a little bit on Saturday. Maybe we start seeing some upper 40s to maybe 50-degree dew points. You can see as you get to Sunday, a little more moisture just to our south, but over us, the GFS seems to keep us fairly dry. Let's go to the temperatures now. So looking at our temperatures as we head into tomorrow, you will see temperatures will be making it up probably close to the 70-degree mark, upper 60s, so a little warmer because we'll have more sun. After a cool morning, we're going to have lows into the 40s tonight. In a lot of areas, and for tomorrow night, we'll have that radiational cooling once again. Probably not as cold as tonight. Probably like lows, probably more like in the 50s. But in the colder spots, like the Pine Barrens, it could still get the 40s again. And then for Saturday, a lot warmer. The winds go a little more westerly, as you notice there, and that means that we're going to get it up into the mid 70s, back above normal again. And Sunday, even warmer, possibly in the 80 degrees or better in Jersey, and upper 70s on Long Island. So yeah, it will warm up again, and we'll be back above normal again. It was nice enjoying these couple of days below normal, but nice, it could string a whole week of below normal temperatures together, but that is just too much to ask for. Let's go look at the origin. We'll use this model for the skies. And you'll take a look at the skies here. And you see all those clouds over us today. But for tomorrow, not much cloudiness at all. Fairly clear day. I don't expect to see many clouds at all. And even Saturday, maybe a scattered high cloud. But other than that, I think we'll have plenty of sun. It's Sunday that we'll start seeing more in the way of high cloudiness as we get into Sunday. But really, we're going to have 2 very sunny days, at least 2 very sunny days after all the clouds we had today. So if you like the sun, we'll have plenty of that. Let's go look at the next thing, which is the smoke model. Let's get a look at this. So, yeah, this is what I'm a little concerned about. Maybe some very light amount of smoke. But I really don't see anything thick. So maybe you'll notice a very, very small amount. But it's you may not even notice it. It's very light, as you see here. There may be just a little bit around. Let's now lastly go to the windy.com model, and I'm going to use this for the surf forecast. And I can actually kind of keep this here because this is Sam right here. So as we track Sam as it moves up closer to us, and you can see it's not really going to come that close. It recurves fairly east. It really is far away from our area, but there still may be some impacts. Let's go to the waves here. It's saying it could affect the surf in our area, though according to this, it really looks like the effects would be very small effects because it is pretty far away. I mean, it's going well east of Bermuda, so I really don't see that there are going to be that many major impacts. I think it's going to be fairly slight. At least that's what this model has. I mean, I can look at swell as well. I mean, it's mainly well east of the area here. Maybe you might have more a chance of seeing some rough surf in Newfoundland more than here. But this is you can see it's gonna be a big storm in the middle of the ocean. But fortunately, it's in the middle of the ocean. It doesn't bother us. So that's going to be it for this weather update. We'll look more into next week's weather, probably maybe tomorrow night. All right, so have a good night. Take care, and thanks for watching.